If someone asked you to name a heart-healthy food right now, you'd probably say salmon, maybe oats, perhaps a handful of almonds. And you wouldn't be wrong, but here's the thing. Those are the same foods every list has been repeating for years. Today, we're going somewhere different. These are 5 foods most people have never considered for their heart, and the research behind them might genuinely surprise you. Let's start with something you probably already have in your kitchen, just not in this form. Black garlic. It looks like regular garlic that's gone completely dark, almost like candy. And that's because it's been fermented slowly over several weeks. That process does something remarkable. It nearly doubles the antioxidant activity compared to raw garlic. Some early research suggests it may help relax blood vessels and support healthier cholesterol levels. And the best part? It doesn't burn your tongue or leave you with garlic breath. It's soft, slightly sweet, almost like a roasted fig. You can spread it on toast or toss it into soups. Most health food stores carry it now, and a little goes a long way. Now here's one that sounds almost too simple. Hibiscus tea. That deep red tea you might have walked past 100 times without thinking twice? Researchers have been paying close attention to this flower, and what they've found is hard to ignore. Several studies suggest that drinking hibiscus tea daily may help lower blood pressure, and in some trials, the results were comparable to certain common medications. It's the anthocyanins in those red petals doing the heavy lifting. A cup or 2 a day, no sugar, and you've got one of the easiest heart habits you could possibly build. Just one thing to keep in mind, if you're already on blood pressure medication, talk to your doctor first, because it may enhance the effect. Speaking of things that are deep red, or in this case, deep purple, let's talk about black rice. Centuries ago in China, this grain was so valued that only royalty was allowed to eat it. That's why it's still called forbidden rice. And when you look at the nutrition, the name makes sense. Black rice contains more anthocyanins than blueberries, gram for gram. Those are the same compounds linked to reduced inflammation and better blood vessel function. It cooks just like brown rice, maybe a few extra minutes, and it has this nutty, slightly chewy texture that honestly makes white rice feel boring by comparison. But if we're talking antioxidant power, there's one fruit that quietly beats almost everything else on the chart. Aronia berries. You might also hear them called chokeberries, which isn't the most appealing name, but don't let that fool you. These small, dark berries have one of the highest antioxidant scores ever measured in a fruit. Some research suggests they may support healthy circulation and help keep arteries flexible as we age. You probably won't find them fresh at your local store, but the dried versions and juices are widely available, and just a small handful each day could make a meaningful difference over time. And finally, the one that might raise a few eyebrows, natto. It's a traditional Japanese food made from fermented soybeans, and honestly, it looks a little strange. Sticky, stringy, with a strong smell. But here's why it matters. Natto is one of the richest natural sources of vitamin K2, a nutrient that may help keep calcium out of your arteries and in your bones where it belongs. In Japan, regions with the highest natto consumption consistently show lower rates of heart-related problems. If the texture bothers you, some people mix it into rice or blend it into smoothies. It's an acquired taste, but your arteries might thank you for trying. 5 foods, none of them complicated, none of them expensive, and not a single one shows up on the usual lists you've already seen a dozen times. You don't need to add all 5 at once. Start with 1 this week. See how it feels. Small changes, done consistently, are what actually move the needle. And of course, always check with your doctor before making any major changes to your diet.